Pistons Live is presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Good little embrace there from Darren Ham and JB Bickerstaff. Dominant performance by the Pistons tonight. Final margin by 12. Good production from the bench as well. Jaden Ivey provided a spark. Jaden Ivey standing by with Natalie Kerwin.
Well, J.I., you guys saw this team just 3 nights ago. It was a frustrating, emotional game. What did you guys take from that helped shape tonight's approach?
I think first off, obviously the zone kind of messed us up offensively, but we came back today, did what we wanted to do, executed what we wanted to do. So I thought overall it was good. We played with the intensity defensively today. Was able to run and, we had some turnovers along the way, but, we were able to just execute down the stretch, which was good.
Yeah, 13 turnovers in the first half, only 2 in this second half, along with a big energy push in the fourth quarter led by back-to-back triples from you. What did you guys start to find in closing this game out? Because that has been something you guys have been trying to work on.
Yeah, I think we just finding lapses in the defense. Obviously CADE was able to find me in the corner, and I hit a couple of shots, and that was good. But I think overall we were able to dissect the defense and find the open man, and we came out with the win today, so it was good.
It's been 2 weeks on the dot since you've come back. I know it's been limited minutes for you, but how comfortable are you feeling getting back into the flow of things, Jaden?
It's been, a journey to get back on the court, but it's been good to obviously be a part of the winning and be a part of this organization. So it was good to just be out there and continue to one day at a time.
Great. We love having you back. Thanks, J.I.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Pistons get the win against the Milwaukee Bucks here. Johnny and Grant.
Well, they needed the bench production tonight. 46 points off the bench for Detroit. Obviously, Jaden Ivey, a big part of that burst. And again, the beauty of this team is their depth. We saw it flex tonight a little bit, against a Milwaukee team that's, it's just been giving them problems over the last couple of years. But nice to see everybody get involved on a night like tonight.
Well, as you mentioned, Johnny, what a nice luxury to have for JB Bickerstaff to be able to look down that bench and be able to pluck anybody off the roster and put them in the game, and they will impact winning in some kind of way. Paul Reed stepped in. You talked about Ivy stepping in, playing big. This group collectively, they are all tied to one another. I've heard them say it time and time again. They're playing for the guy that's standing next to them. What a great attitude to have and a great disposition to take the court with every single night. And we see it. It materializes on the court, especially in the victories, because they stick up for one another. They play the right way. And we're saying, listen, don't take this for granted, you folks watching at home. This does not happen on every NBA team. Right. This is definitely something special that we're beholding with this Detroit Pistons team. From top to bottom, they support one another, whether they're playing 30 minutes or whether they're playing 2 minutes, whether they're two-way players in the G League, getting limited minutes every time or every so often. They all support one another. And again, you can see it materialize on the floor.
For sure. Those are our Xfinity highlights. And nice to see Marcus Sasser make his season debut. Again, been hampered by that hip impingement, but to see him get on the floor, now we've gotten a chance to see everybody for this Pistons team, which is nice. I think our Cure Auto player of the game, we're going to give it – who? Stu. I think we give it to Isaiah Stewart. You heard Greg mention during the telecast, he feels like maybe he might have penciled this game in. The fact of the way the last game went. He wasn't able to be out there on the floor after the ejection. I thought he played within himself today, played well. Didn't have to go get it off the glass that much because he was out there with Duren. But offensively, 19 points on the floor for Stu. That's a big scoring night for him.
Yeah, I think if you're the coach and the rest of the team, you'll take the output from the 2 guys along the front line, Duren and Isaiah Stewart. Well, for Isaiah Stewart, filling in very nicely for Tobias Harris, you asked the question maybe, who's going to pick up the extra scoring? Well, need to ask that question no longer because Isaiah Stewart had it going from everywhere. You see him there in close, got the 3 ball working from the corner. That's the specialty. That's the added touch that he added to this year, more consistent from the outside.
Yeah.
So he picked up the scoring slack while Duren handled the inside, coming away with the double-figure rebounds. The Pistons did an outstanding job on the glass. 53 rebounds, I believe. They out-rebounded the Milwaukee Bucks, so they controlled this game by controlling the glass.
Well, they did. And, we had a chance to talk with Isaiah Stewart halftime. And,
yeah. Pretty colorful, wasn't it?
I just,
that's Stu for you, though.
That's Stu, Hey, when teams fall into the zone, it's like they don't want to guard us. They don't want to face us, right?
They don't want to man up.
They don't want to man up. And sometimes when teams play a zone, I mean, you decide with it what you will. They were obviously effective with it on Wednesday night. Tonight, the Pistons much better against the zone. Using our Buick GMC Pro Vision, we heard Sidney Lowe talk about it too. The way they were able to move bodies, move the basketball, and especially the way they were able to penetrate the zone tonight, much more effective.
Well, zones can be effective if you don't move, and if you don't move the ball, you sit on the ball and try to go one-on-one. That's what makes a defense or zone defense very effective. That simply wasn't the case for the Pistons tonight. You have bodies moving toward the basket. Asar Thompson escapes there. There are so many crevices that you have to exploit if you're the offense, and the Pistons found it seemed like every last one of those for easy layups or dunks. There's a nice one. Asar Thompson gets behind or rather in front of the defense for the nice mid.
All right, Pistons handle business here, winning both nights of a back-to-back here at home. Was there one thrilling play tonight, Grant Long?
I'm sure there were plenty.
There were two. Kyle Kuzma met at the rack by CADE Cunningham early. Get it out of time.
Get that shot out of here.
Get that shot out of here. Foul's very important here. Kevin Porter Jr. Later in the game, Isaiah says, see you later. That's the eraser. Look at that. Just perfect timing. We talked about it in the pregame show.
Man.
He's as good as they come. 4 blocks on the night for the Pistons. You just saw 2 of them as our thrilling plays. You can roll up to the mansion with a bonus. New players get 500 bonus spins to play on Huff and Puff Money Mansion. Plus, you can get up to $1,000 back on any. One of the things we talked about today was the opportunity for CADE Cunningham to get a double-double.
Yep.
Did he?
Of course.
Of course. You said he
was. Was there ever any doubt?
No, you didn't think there was any doubt at all.
No.
You said, yeah, it's a lock, basically. 23 points, 12 assists. Flirted with a triple-double with 6 rebounds tonight for CADE. CADE Cunningham now standing by at the podium. Faces out here tonight. And look at a lot of contact. Physical matchup between these two. And what we expect for the very next matchup be another team that the Pistons have seen a bunch already. They've already faced the Hawks twice, much like they had faced Milwaukee twice coming into tonight. So it'll be the third matchup against Atlanta. Good success against them through the first 2.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't look at Atlanta as an easy win. I don't think anybody should look at it because the wins are just that difficult to come by in the league. But they are playing a different brand of basketball in the absence of Trae Young.
Right.
Everybody's getting involved. Their young players are stepping up. It's a proving ground for them, and they're very dangerous at this point.
Yep, Jalen Johnson obviously playing at an all-star level. Again, our next game's not until Friday, so a couple of days of NBA free here in Detroit. But the Pistons will go into their little few days off with a 19-5 mark following tonight's 12-point victory over the Bucks.
Good night, Romulus.